Hey, I just got a new toy from Titan Fitness. It's the wall-mounted pulley system, and I'm gonna unbox and put it together. Hey, this is Greg with Discovering Strength, a channel focused on fitness tips for the average guy or girl trying to get in shape through strength training. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing below. All right, so just open the box here, and everything looks pretty nicely packaged. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out and lay out all the different components. Okay, so I just got everything out of the box. We'll go through what was inside. So we've got the two track system arms, I guess, that are going to go to that. A bunch of different components, so we'll see what all of that is for. Got a bag that's got all of the pulleys, got the cable over there. This looks like hardware, and you get some straps. It looks like, oh, these are the handles that attach. So that's what we got so far. Go ahead and start putting this thing together. Okay, so as I started, I realized I don't have any instructions. With the T3 rack and the Lat pulley system, both of them had a thing inside the box that showed you where you could find the digital instructions online. However, with this one, it didn't even have anything like that in the box. So luckily I was able to just kind of guess what the URL was from the other two products I'd purchased, and I was able to find it online. But I will include that link in the description below for those that are trying to put it together. So I just finished assembly of the unit, and real quick, I wanted to go through the routing of the cable because I think that's where it's going to trip a lot of people up. It's fairly complex. And luckily in the instructions, at least it had a diagram that you could follow. But first of all, you've got two different cables. And you've got one really long cable that has these ends. So you see both of these are going to connect. And then the other one doesn't have those connectors. It's got just a connector like that. So anyway, I started with the longer cable on the top, and I recommend that you just go from one side to the other and don't start trying to feed it through both sides. So with that, I went ahead and I put the first bottom pulley on there, and then you have to put the cable through, attach the second pulley, and then you feed the cable up here, attach this pulley, bring it down to this little connector. You got to run, actually both of these pulleys have to go on at the same time because there's one bolt that goes through here. So you just connect both of these, connect the wire before you bolt that in, run the cable up to the top up here, put this pulley in, then go down here to the bottom. This pulley connects to the weight holder, and then you're just going to follow it around. So bring the cable up to this pulley, attach this pulley, bring the cable down. At this point, you're going to have to sort of remove this bolt about halfway, take this pulley out, run the cable, put the pulley back in, then up to the top here, put that pulley in, run the cable down to this one here on the other side. That's your last step. Well, I installed this pulley and then the top pulley. So that's the top cable. The bottom cable, I started right here. So you get one of these calipers, or carabiner, sorry. You attach that to the cable, run it down here to the bottom, run the cable, attach the pulley, then bring it up here, run the cable, attach the pulley, and then on down to the bottom. It comes with more carabiners and a chain. So you attach that, and there you have it. That's how you route the cable on this pulley machine. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to the rack, and then I'll show you how it looks. Okay, so as I was trying to attach the pulley system to the rack, my original plan was to attach it to the front part of the rack, and then I realized it was going to interfere with the barbell once I put that on the front of the rack. So what I ended up doing was I moved all of the plate storage from this side over to the other side, over there, and then I ended up mounting the pulley system to the back side of the rack. I ran into another issue there, and that was that the bolts to the cross member here interfere with bolting the pulley system to the rack, but I just made it work. I had a leftover bolt and I just ran it that way to connect it, and I think that will work just fine. But I did the same thing on the bottom as well. It's not a perfect solution, but it will work. And now this is causing me to have to reconfigure some of the stuff I have here in the garage gym. I think once we get rid of this old rack, I'm going to shift the new Titan rack closer to the wall, and that should give me enough clearance so that I can actually use this pulley system and not run into the dumbbells. Or we'll have to see, maybe I'll move the dumbbells to the other side of the room. But there you have it. I'll have to use it a little bit to see just how I feel about it and how much I like it. Okay, so I've had a few days now to test out the Pulley Tower, and I just wanted to give you my initial feedback on what I like and what I would like to see improved in the future. Okay, so first and foremost, the bang for the buck is pretty outstanding. I think it's gonna be hard to find a piece of equipment like this at this price point. So I think that's great. Also, Titan had amazingly quick shipping, and it's free. Compare that to Rogue. Rogue charges you for shipping, and I purchased a barbell from them, and it's taking about a week to get to me. Titan, it got here within a day and a half. The other thing I like is that it attaches to my rack, so that made it so that I didn't have to try to attach this to the wall, but you could do that and that would work fine. So some of the things that I don't like that much, the first being, I wish that Titan sold attachment mounting arms that angled out. I've seen that on a few other racks where basically it comes out this way and then kind of angles out like this. For me, that would be great because it would help to get the whole unit angled a little bit more out into my open space over here. But still, I'm gonna shift this, I think, back this way, which should give me a little bit more space to use the machine. The other thing I don't like was that, one, it didn't even come with instructions because they didn't put the little slip in there that showed you which URL you had to navigate to get the instructions. Luckily, I was able to guess and get the instructions online. And again, I'll put that link down below for those that are trying to put it together. And the last thing is that it's definitely not the smoothest machine. And I'm hoping I'm gonna add some of this silicone-based lubricant on all the pulleys. And I've got a 3-in-1 oil that I'm gonna put on the guide rail. And hopefully that makes it smoother. It's still definitely usable and it works fine. But hopefully that will improve how smooth it is. So that's pretty much my feedback at the moment. I'm really happy with what I've got, especially for the price point. So I hope this was a helpful video to you. If you like what you see, consider subscribing below, and we'll see you next time.